the Interparliamentary Union to
Hello and welcome. You're watching Trending Tech on NewsX World. Here we bring you the latest tech breakthroughs and trends from around the world. Elon Musk's X is a platform that's now facing increasing scrutiny over the use of AI to generate content, including illicit, illegal, and exploitative images. To address these concerns, XAI restricted image generation to paying subscribers, while Musk claims users making illegal AI prompts will face the same consequences as uploading illegal files. The move comes amid growing pressure from international regulators. Indonesia became the first country to block Grok entirely, citing risks to human dignity and digital security. Australia, the United Kingdom, and European nations have also expressed concern, with investigations and warnings issued over child exploitation and non-consensual deepfakes. XAI's paywall and content restrictions are designed to limit harmful outputs, but technical challenges remain in monitoring millions of prompts in real time. Additionally, features like Grok's spicy mode have raised questions about whether the platform can remain family-friendly and brand safe. In response to regulatory pressure and transparency demands, Musk announced that X will make its new algorithm public within the next 7 days, including the full code behind how posts and ads are recommended. The platform will also release detailed developer notes every 4 weeks to help users and researchers track changes. Experts say open sourcing the algorithm may help address transparency concerns. Safeguards and content moderation will be essential to ensure the platform remains safe. Compliance with laws such as the European Union Digital Services Act and national obscenity rules will be critical to XAI's long-term strategy to avoid fines, potential bans, and further government intervention. Now, to talk about this further, joining us now is Andre Grok, an application security specialist from Leipzig in Germany. Andre brings expertise in full stack web development and currently works on securing medical devices, ensuring both patient safety and the privacy of personal medical data. I'll start with my first question to you, Andre. What is and why do you think is Elon Musk deciding to make X's algorithm now public?
That is a good question. I think it's important to remember that Elon Musk already made the code for what it was once called Twitter back in 2023 public. So the algorithm is still published in the internet. However, it was not updated over these 3 years. And I think it's important that once again they are basically updating the information that they once published.
So is Elon Musk's decision to make X's algorithm public a genuine transparency effort or a tactical move in response to the European Union's $140 million fine? And how is X managing compliance and handling penalties under the European Union Digital Services Act?
I think it is a step in the right direction that they are publishing the algorithm now. However, we need to remember that the fine was imposed specifically on the lack of transparency in the issuing of blue checks on X, and also in the lack of transparency regarding the advertisements, because as we know, X has enabled many scam industries to advertise there with little oversight. So it is a transparency move, but probably also a tactical move. And in order to really comply with the EU Digital Compliance Act and avoid further fines, they would also need to provide more transparency in the blue checks and also in the practices regarding advertisement.
Dr. Grok, XAI has also restricted image generation to paying subscribers to fix the issue. Does putting a paywall in place actually stop the creation of harmful content?
Yeah, that is not going to stop. It will maybe limit the creation a little bit. However, that's certainly not something that is going to stop.
Sure, and how does the spicy mode on Grok align with X's stated goal of being a family-friendly or brand-safe environment?
So that seems to be, if not a misalignment, something that is on the edge of this alignment is really challenging. The content on the spicy mode really is maybe say a free for all. It does enable even things that could be considered illegal, let alone it's not family friendly or brand safe.
Dr. Glook, Musk is also claiming users will face the same consequences for illegal AI prompts as they would for uploading illegal files. Is it technically possible for X to monitor and report millions of private AI prompts to law enforcement in real time?
So it is technically possible to monitor and maybe issue flags that can be further checked by X. However, it's not possible to have a monitoring that will tell right away if something illegal is happening or not. That is an extremely challenging activity. It would probably require millions of hours of real human checks to further verify if what is automatically flagged is really illegal or not.
Indonesia is now the first country to block Grok entirely. How does their definition of human dignity and security in a digital environment set a precedent for other nations with such strict obscenity laws?
So, as you know, Indonesia has almost a blanket ban on obscene content. And I think it's a logical step because the way AI generation works is based on training data. And if we have a model that is able to generate obscene content, we can probably infer that this model was trained on images that would be considered obscene and would probably be banned in Indonesia and also other countries that have a ban on obscene content. So in this way, maybe we could infer that if the model is using obscene content as training data, then it should also be banned and considered something that can generate obscene content.
All right, Mr. Glock, finally, with the rise of explicit content on X, several governments, including in India, have raised concerns. What do you think are some of the measures that can be taken by these governments to better control and regulate such content?
So that is a very technically challenging thing to do because as we've seen, for example, with harmful prompts in AI, for example, if I go and ask a text generator how to do a criminal activity, it will probably be blocked at first, but then I tell the AI generator that that is I basically convince it to give me this information by saying that I need this information maybe to prevent a crime from being committed. So as we can see, also as AI generators are being developed, that there are guardrails that are in place to prevent them from being used for illegal activity or generating explicit content. However, we can also see that users are also able to go over these guardrails. And this is basically a whack-a-mole game where they put one guardrail in check, but then this guardrail can be eventually bypassed. And this is just the way AI works because it's often generating things that are not predictable. And so there is no bulletproof way to ensure that these things are not generated.
All right, then, Dr. Andre Gloak, thank you for joining us in this episode of Trending Tech. With that, viewers, it's a wrap on this Trending Tech episode. For more such updates and innovations from the world of tech, stay tuned to NewsX World.